Welcome everybody back to Boosting Foreigns, guys. And today I want to talk about it with you guys. Nissan has lost $4.5 billion. They're announcing a new Infinity models and they're laying off thousands upon thousands of workers. So guys, let's jump into the video. First thing, shout out to my whole Boost in Motion family. Much love. I appreciate you guys for your support. And if you're new to the Boost in Motion channel, I'm Boost. And we're going to talk about these Nissan Infinity updates because you guys know that we're Nissan Infinity enthusiasts. And also, just want to talk about what's going on in the car news, in this Boost news. So, guys, let's jump into it. So, first, Nissan lost $4.5 billion last year. Here's how it plans to survive. So, quickly, we're going to go through these three different articles, and we're going to save the one talking about the Infinity's updates. And sounds like they might be coming out with another Q50. Let's jump into it. The Japanese brand announced its final results of fiscal year 2024, which ended on March 31st. As expected, the numbers were down. Very much down, guys. So operating profit fell 87.7%. Guys, you know what a fall of 87% is? That's ridiculous. These guys ain't making no money. Lower volume, weaker mix, pricing pressure, and increased costs. Listen, they better not try to put this on tariffs. That just happened in the last freaking month, and even then, it didn't go into play literally until like last week. So this is BS. People are just not buying Nissan and Infinity products. That's what it is. The cars are boring, right? And they cut a lot of cars, Ultima, Maximas, etc., right? Sales were healthy despite the losses, though. Nissan's actual sales weren't that bad. The automaker fell just 2.8% globally, led by China, which sales were off by 12%. In North America, sales were actually down only 3.3%, which means that people are still buying the cars. So where's their profit going, right? The company's revenue was nearly flat for over a year, falling less than 0.5%, but Nissan is drowning in costs. Our full financial results are a wake-up call, said Nissan. Shout out to remember they have a new Nissan CEO, that guy Evan, right? The reality is very clear. Our variable costs are rising. Our fixed costs are higher than our current revenue costs. So let me go quickly forward. But Nissan currently estimates tariffs will cost the company approximately $3 billion. Listen, these tariffs are not going to go into play. Okay, if it does, it's going to be a very small percentage, but give us some more months. You already built some of your cars in America. Bring some more over there. Let it be built in America. Let Americans assemble and put them in pieces. It is what it is. But we'll wait and see what happens with this administration. Nissan's plan to recover. Nissan must prioritize self-improvement with greater urgency and speed, aiming for profitability with less reliance on volume. So, guys, what we just read here is this. They're still selling cars, the same number of cars, but it has to spend a large amount of money on expenses. This could be people that they hire. This could be land that they pay for and rent and lease and just whatever they cost of doing business. And what we're realizing here is, hey, guess what? We need to reduce the amount of waste. That's all it is. All we've been hearing for 2025 is waste this, and waste that, no matter where you work, whatever company you work. And if you are owner of a company and business, you know that you want to bring down your operating costs, and this is what they need to do. Right? So Nissan is officially named for a company's turnaround plan. It starts with liquidity. Nissan still has $23 billion to work with, plus another $14 billion in credit. For their step one is to cut costs, and Evan is saying that they're going to lay off 10,000 workers, bringing the total workforce reduction to 20,000. And they just cut like 9,000 workers like 6 months ago. So they're really getting rid of almost 20,000 people. The majority of these cuts will come on the labor side, though. This is people working. I wonder what this actually is. Due to largely the Nissan's closing 7 plants. They're closing 7 plants, bringing this total down to 10. This will all happen by 2027. So they have 2 years, this year, about a year and a half to close down 7 other plants. Nissan plans to also consolidate its manufacturing process to keep utilization near 100%. So whatever plants they're going to keep, pretty much they're going to increase the amount of volume in the vehicles that they build there. If they build certain vehicles at one plant, they're going to now have to build it at another plant. Companies can't simply cut the fat to achieve profitability. So the other aspect, Nissan will utilize its existing partnership to better serve specific markets around the globe. The company will seek to consolidate its supply chain to achieve more volume with fewer suppliers, and new vehicle development will not slow down. Evan emphasizes new hybrids and crossovers for North America are coming, and yes, a Skyline is confirmed. Remember, guys, Skyline is the Infinity Q50. I'm sorry. That's what it is. Overseas, it's a Q50. Skyline could also still go under Skyline GTR, blah, 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 but Skyline is an Infinity Q50. However, it is unclear at this time if it will be a sedan or a fire-breathing GTR successor or a bit of both. This guy's a car guy. It might be both. Only time will tell if Nissan plan will work. Right now, general tariff chaos makes it incredible difficult. Let's not even get into that, right? And that's the end of this article. This one just talks about the 11,000 jobs in the 7 plants. Latest cuts brings the CarMac, they say workforce down to roughly 20,000 jobs, which accounts for 15% of the Japanese-based automakers' workforce. Now, let's quickly go to this one that where they talk more about the new Skyline confirmed as Nissan announces huge plans. So quickly, buried in the plan amid nine news of firing 11,000 people, they previously announced that dropping nearly half of their factories was the news on some new models. The most notable those are confirmation of an all-new Nissan Skyline, which will be one of the first to be part of the new process of slash development times. If you're a Nissan mega fan, you might already raise eyebrows wondering about what exactly the brand has planned, because like you've probably already remember, Nissan Skyline is not the Nissan GTR, right, guys? Remember, we're talking about a new model Q50 here. Right now, originally, from what I remember reading, separatists, they were thinking about making a hybridized or maybe an electric Q50. They were still throwing up these ideas 5 years ago. COVID happened, a bunch of stuff happened. Now we see that electric cars are not a high demand in the USA. We're still going to have internal combustion engines, and we want a little bit more hybridization. That's just what it is. So I won't be surprised if they make this car more of a hybrid vehicle. Yes, the GTR used to be a high-performance version of the Nissan Skyline based on the Skyline Coupe, but hasn't been the case since the 10th generation of Skyline ended in 2021. Since then, Skyline has been the car known in the USA as Infinity G35 or then now the Q50. The Infinity was the first Skyline sold in the US with the badge, blah, blah, blah. We don't need to go through the history. Now, so while the Nissan hasn't confirmed the new Skyline, it really means that it's almost certain that there will be a next generation Infinity sibling sold in the U.S. The car known here as the Q50 is now getting quite dated and has launched in 2015, and pretty much they cut it, guys. So, hold on, let me read this part too. Nissan is cutting development times, building new Skyline and Infinity as part of the business plan. Okay, we already talked about this. Okay, and the new Infinity SUV could be a Skyline. I don't want to talk about it. Let me talk my nonsense right now, because bear with me, because we're gonna cook real quick, because this really pisses me off. Right? Let's see if we can make this photo a little bit bigger. Listen, I want to say that right on video for you guys. Right? Infinity made them money. Q50 was holding their brand for a good amount of years of Infinity brand, right? And we live in the United States where most people buy crossover utilities, right? CUVs, right? We know that. But Nissan has no cars, no sedans. How do you a luxury brand with no sedans at all? People need a entry-level luxury car, and you guys are not providing that because you guys didn't want to redesign it. But you made the QX50, the QX55, the QX60. What was it? I don't know. There's probably a QX65 now and a QX freaking 80. It's like 5 to 6 freaking trucks, right? And you're just making trucks in the middle of the trucks that you already have. How much trucks can you really sell? They're not even trucks. How much more can you really freaking sell? Stop selling them, right? Just because people, these guys never read the book. Damn, I forgot the name of the book. But it's like The Illusion of Choice, right? Or I forgot the name of the book. You guys will comment below if you guys know what I'm talking about. The Paradox of Choice or something. When you are given many, many options, it's harder to make a choice. It's very much harder. So when you give them QX50, QX55, QX60, QX70, QX80, nobody really knows what to buy, right? Because it's not much of a difference. A lot of cars those trucks look very similar. That's it. When you go to BMW, You got a what, X1? Was it X2 probably? X3, X4, right? The X3, X4 is the same car, just a little different looking, right? Depending on the slope of the back. You have the X5 and you have the X6. And you can tell a clear difference because of the size, the stuff that comes inside the car, the powertrains. These cars are very much similar, dude. And then you could just go to Nissan and get it's literally its younger brother that's wearing a t-shirt and jeans. You know what I'm saying? It's the same platform. To be honest, sometimes even the Nissan version looks better than the Infiniti version on the interior. I'm just being honest, and a cheaper price. So Infiniti needs to go back to making sedans. People buy sedans in America, no matter what they sit there and say, because there's always going to be a younger man or young woman who needs who may not want a truck. They want a car, right? If you go to Lexus, they have nice Lexus trucks, but people buy the cars. They like the cars. It is what it is. If they want a truck, they can go buy the Toyota version, right, or the Lexus version. It's up to them. Get back to selling cars. We want to see the 3.0. We know that the Nissan is still right now making a Nissan 400Z or Z, whatever you want to call it. They still make it. The motor is still out there in 3.0. Make some hybridization. You can put a smaller generator pack just for some of the accessories if you want to. It's okay. You don't need to make it like the Mercedes C63S or even the Q60 Black S, which is supposed to have electronic motor and all this other not. You don't have to do that. It's simple stuff. You're just making it so it has a little bit better economy numbers. That's it, right? If you want to make a powerful version of the Infiniti Q50, guess what? Put the 3.5 that you now have of the truck in there. Throw it in the freaking Q50 or the Q70, right? A much more powerful vehicle. Give us a slightly better handling. People will buy it. Put it for like $65,000. It will be actually the best bang for its buck compared to the market. Or a little bit more expensive than the M340, right? But it'll have the power. It may not have exactly the same handling, but it'll have a bit more power. People will buy it. People will buy it. As long as you make the car looking, don't make it look like this. Don't do this whole Infiniti Nissan grill stuff. Update the looks and make it look a little bit better. That's all. So, all in all, after my little ranty rant, or whatever, whatever my ranty rant, this is where we're at, guys. This is where we're at. Nissan is going to consolidate. They're going to cut waste, and they're going to do what they got to do to continue to not lose any more money. I don't think the tariffs are going to be much of an issue. It's not going to be around here forever because most companies are just going to get down with the gang. That's it. I'm sorry. I don't know about if you care about politics, but this is the day and age, right? This is what it is, right? If they want to make profit, if they want to care for their shareholders like me, I have my money invested in Nissan, right? They need to cut waste. And all companies and all businesses are doing it. Nope, the day is over. Those days are over of COVID and all this other stuff and high prices. Nope, we ain't got the wallets anymore. Make the cars. We want the best bang for his buck for what we actually spend it for. And we want longevity. That's all. So outside of guys, you have a good morning, good afternoon, night. Thank you for banging for your boy Boost. Definitely check in. I got to update you guys on this Q50. I have a lot of things happening to it. Still not a turbo kit or supercharger kit, but it's getting done. All right. Outside of that, guys, I appreciate it, guys. You have a good day.